So you want to try out P-1 with only the feedbacker equipped. I'm not going to stop you. I'm just going to warn you, you're going to be spending lots of hours and lots of your mental sanity in this challenge. But I'm not going to stop you. So I'm going to go over the strategy that I invented to be able to actually beat Flush Prison with only the feedbacker equipped on Violent. And I will explain all the tech, all like the different situations and all that stuff. So strap in, this video is going to be a little complicated to get used to. Now I will say, the strategy will not guarantee that you will beat Flush Prison immediately. It is a lot of RNG, there is a lot of learning you have to do, you have to think in a weird different way of how to play Ultrakill, but it will give you a chance. And if you try long enough, you will be able to get lucky enough to be able to actually beat Flush Prison.
Oh my gosh!
Alright, so first of all, you want to start every single fight doing a slam dive, as I like to call them. This is pretty much a slam storage, immediately followed up by a dive. If you don't know what those are, I will try to explain them briefly. A slam storage is pretty much slamming and canceling that slam with a wall jump, allowing you to conserve or store the slam, and then allowing you to transform it into a slam bounce, which sends you really high up, a slam slide, which allows you to gain a lot of speed, or a slam dive. The dive is the one you want to do. How diving works is that you jump and immediately after slide. It is like a frame after, and this allows you to gain all the height from the bounce and all the speed from the slide. Now, dives are really hard to get used to. I would recommend going into the sandbox and just practicing them. You can even use like the little slowdown with the weapon wheel if you can't get used to it. But note, if you only have the feedbacker equipped, you will not have the weapon wheel. So get used to doing it in real time. Now, the best method I've found, at least for me on keyboard, is to sort of extend out my pinky and keep my thumb sort of curled so that I can do the jump and the slam immediately after each other. And this also allows me to do slam dives, where I can just jump in the air, do a slam, and immediately do a dive right after. Practice these a lot in the sandbox. Trust me, you will be using them a lot in the Flush Prison fight if you only have the feedbacker equipped. Alright, so you're on top of the Flush Prison. You want to just chain together slams and punches, trying to drain out as much health as you can before the eyes spawn in. So the eyes spawn in. There are always too many Maurices on Violent difficulty. You want to kill one of them. You do not want them both alive. Trust me, having them both alive makes it torture. It's horrible. So you want to kill the mini Maurice that is closest to the floor. To do this, you can either do a slam, like just slamming on top of it. This will just kill it instantly, no matter what height you're at. Or you could do a sort of self-destruct. This is a little harder, and I wouldn't recommend doing it unless you can't slam it. But pretty much what you do is you just go right up into the mini Maurice's face, or you stand still, allow it to shoot out its beam, and explode itself. When it does explode, dash immediately after, reducing the damage that you take. Okay, so you've killed one of the mini Maurices. Here is where the whole chaos of the fight begins. You're going to have to multitask, you're going to have to keep a lot of things in your mind. So what you want to try to do, you want to try to keep distance away from the second mini Maurice, try to herd the eyes to the center, and to try to kill as many eyes as you can. Now, I will try to explain these three things. The mini Maurice one. Here, what you want to try to do is you want to try to put the Flush Prison in between you and the mini Maurice. This will allow it so that it will shoot the Flush Prison instead of you, or hit one of the eyes, or whatever. It gives you more chances for success. The second one, herding the eyes to the center. Practice your slam dives. These will help you out a lot. Your slam dives allow you to move quickly around the arena, allowing you to sort of herd the eyes sort of to the center. And the third, killing as many eyes as you can. Verticality is your best friend here. Slam bounces and slam dives are the best thing you can do. Like, pretty much, the eyes, as you know, they're really annoying, they move around a lot. However, if you are slamming, or slam jumping, or slam diving, they will move around slower than you get in their range, if that makes sense, allowing you to kill them off. And with the correct timing, you can even kill some while you're slamming, or while you're slam bouncing, or whatever. So, you pretty much have to juggle all these three things around. Now, if it does its blue attack, or its blue projectile attack, stop whatever you're doing, try to put yourself away from the mini Maurice, like by putting the Flush Prison in between you two, and go ham with the parries. If you can't put the flesh prison in between you and the second Mini Maurice before it starts shooting out its blue projectiles, don't worry, you can deal with it. I just try my best to do that before it starts shooting out its blue projectiles. When it's shooting out its blue projectiles, go ahead with the parries and focus on the flesh prison. Do not try to parry into the other eyes. Do not try to parry into the Mini Maurice. Focus on the flesh prison. You want to try to deal as much damage as you can to the flesh prison during this short window. If you've herded the eyes to the center, if you've put yourself away from the Mini Maurice, or in other words, the flesh prison in between you two, if you've killed some of the eyes, you will kill some eyes with your parries during this time. And you will also have more chances of the Mini Maurice to kill itself and the other eyes during this time as well. If you finish up your parries and it hasn't healed yet, then just repeat. Cycle around, avoid the Mini Maurice, all that stuff. If it starts healing, stop whatever you're doing and focus on the eyes. If it's still shooting out its blue projectiles when it starts healing, you can like parry one or two more if you want, or if you can, but focus on the eyes. Here, you want to kill as many eyes as you can, obviously. You don't want it to heal that much. However, you do not have to kill them all. If you've dealt enough damage to the flesh prison, if you've herded as many as you can to the center, if you've put the flesh prison in between you and the Mini Maurice, if you've done all these things, and you've killed as many eyes as you can, and you have good RNG, you need some good RNG. It isn't fully based on RNG, but you do need some good luck. It will heal less than the amount of damage you've dealt. This is good. This means that you're making progress. Here, you rinse and repeat. It spawns in its eyes, kill the first Mini Maurice, that's close to the floor, and just repeat the whole cycle until it's dead. Remember, you will not succeed immediately. It takes a lot of time, you have to practice a lot, and it does take a little bit of luck, but it is possible. And finally, after a lot of hours and after a lot of tries, you will be able to beat the flesh prison if, I hate to say this, but if you're good enough. I know it's annoying, but it's possible. That's all I'm saying. It's possible, and with this strategy, you should be able to, after some time, after some skill, after some luck. And I'm just warning you, it's an absolute pain. Good luck.
Oh my gosh!